going to yell at me.
Hi, how are you,
Hello.
Steph?
Hi, Christi. How are you tonight?
Oh, I'm wonderful. Wonderful. Had a great 2 weeks with my aunt.
Boy.
Yeah, it's been, I'm exhausted. Let me put it.
Yeah.
Exhausted. Haven't done a lot of stitching.
Yeah. Well, I bet you it's well worth it, though.
Oh, yes, it was. It was. It was. And I know that you've been busy because you finished the last couple of classes.
Yes, I'm all done with my classes. I'm just waiting to take my test, which is next week. So I've been studying my little hiney off.
You can do it. We know you can do it. But you're going to take a little break tonight and talk to me and catch me up on what you've been working on. And so, hi from Crochet Creations by Christi.
And hello from Stephanie's Yarn Escape.
Welcome, everyone. We have been working on a new make-along. We're going to talk to you about some of our whips and maybe we even have a couple of finishes, hopefully. No, Stephanie never has any. Never.
That's a valid point, but I don't know. I have a few surprises up my sleeve tonight.
Oh, good, because
I don't know what the surprise is now.
All right. Well, you can find us on our Facebook groups. They'll be linked below. And most everything that we have a pattern for or a link for, we will link below. So, oh, that's fun.
So,
welcome to the shit show.
I mean, my phone fell. My tripod for my phone broke the other week, so I'm using this little wooden stand my husband rigged up in the garage out of spare pieces of wood. And so I bumped the table, and yeah, you guys went down.
Yeah, and that is a definite no filter.
And I don't think that's the first time that's happened. I think that's, you know, my phone's fallen in the past.
It has.
Just keeping you guys on your toes.
We still love you. And we don't edit. So it'll be in the show.
It'll be there. You guys will see it.
Well, I know I have 2 whips going on with you. One is using yarns that we bought together because we periodically do that. However, there was no shopping. We didn't shop this time. I know. No. We're just disappointing you all around.
I know. We're going to have to do that soon. I think this is the second episode in a row. There's been no, was it the second? Yeah, second episode in a row. There's been no shopping. Yeah. What's wrong with us? Maybe that's our problem.
We need retail therapy. Even if it's just a little bag.
Yeah.
But I do know that I've been putting together a little bag for you because your birthday's coming up. And
I actually forgot about it. I forgot all about it.
Yeah, you were so busy studying, you forgot you were going to grow another older one. So what I was going to say was we've been doing a blanket together with yarns from Hug This. Hey, I remembered.
Yes, you did. I'm so proud of you.
20 days ago, we had a video. So, you know.
Yeah.
This is the blue and the pink one. And guess what? My blanket did not get any work on it. It
really?
No, a spider web. That's the bottom.
It's still so pretty, though. I really enjoy seeing it.
But I will work on it some. I know it's gotta get some work, but I wasn't able to. So
you've been busy.
It's okay. I should.
But it's still so pretty, though. I really like that. That's what animal is that one?
The puppy.
You remember the puppy?
Yeah, because he's blue.
Yes, that's right. Yep.
Yeah. And I think, let's see, we bought 6, right?
Yes.
I think there was 6. And so we gave 1 away. So we actually have 4 stashed away in our stash that we'll probably be using next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you want to see mine?
I do.
Here's one of my surprises.
It's
I'm done with
done?
mine.
Oh
I'm
my
done.
gosh, she's got to finish. Look at it. You used the whole roll?
Yep, this is all that's left.
Oh, there's a little bit, probably not enough to.
Not enough. I was near the end there, and I was like, I don't know if I can get one more row out of it or not. It would have been a very close. I probably could have got half. I don't know. It'd have been. I don't know.
Okay.
It'd been a very close game of yarn chicken. I'm not willing to play right now.
All right. So that is the which way fillet.
Yep. And this is the lamb. So what I did is I did the which way fillet. And then I went around it with a single crochet, and then I did a scalloped edge. I don't know if you guys can see that.
It's nice, yeah.
But I did a 4 double crochet, skip one single crochet, and then 4 double crochet, skip 1 single crochet, skip 1. That repeated, and then I think I did 6 in the corners. But it left this nice little simple scalloped edge where it didn't take away from the body of it. It just gave it the finishing touch.
Right.
So,
and the other point too is it's green and yellow. So you don't want to fancy it up too much so it would still be neutral.
Right.
Gender neutral. Yeah.
It's very nice. I really enjoyed this yarn. I don't know I don't know what my lighting's like. I didn't bring out my lights because I'm in my dining room tonight. So hopefully it's turning up okay.
It's green and it almost looks like a marled green, but it has yellow in it, right?
It's more of like a tannish taupish color.
Oh, okay. I thought it was actually yellow. I didn't use that one yet. So yeah, that makes sense then. That's what it looks like.
Yeah. So yes, I really liked it. And I think what I'm actually going to do with this one is there is a local place that I'm actually going to donate this one actually with the stuffed animal. There's this lady that's local. She runs, it's called a foster closet. So any families that foster kiddos, she takes donations for, and then for a foster family that gets a new kiddo that might need some last minute things, they go to her. And well, I think I might donate it.
You have enough left to either make a pair of, oh, that's right, you don't make booties.
Well, I was thinking like maybe a small lovey, like just
I was gonna suggest that next because I know you don't make booties. So I figured
now what I would do is send this to you and say, hi, can I have a pair of booties out of this ball of yarn?
And because you're you, I would do it. I can make socks out of that. It's very lightweight.
Yeah.
The little crocheted socks.
That I made. So maybe I will send this to you.
All right. Well, okay, you're on.
Surprise. I had one finish. I'm so excited.
You did. We all should give you a hand.
I know. Yay. It's been so long. That's it though. Don't expect anything else. You get one. You don't get two, you get one. Okay?
Let's see, what else are yarns that we have? We've been doing the Lean on Me shawl, and I finished mine because that's over on Claire, and I showed it last week.
Probably you haven't sold it yet or anything. The last time we did something together, it sold before I was still not done.
But I want to give it to my daughter-in-law for Christmas, right. So I didn't post it for sale.
That's right. I saw about that.
So that's why it's still here.
Well, let me show you because mine's not done.
Oh, okay.
Let me show you the yarn because I still got my whole skein here. It actually looks a lot better, look more true to color in this light, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah, Underwater Rainbow.
Yes, we finally remembered that name after how long?
About 3 months, 4 months.
So this is the Cabaret Double Knit by Stylecraft. It is
lots of sparkle.
Yes, 98% premium acrylic, 2% polyester, and I can't tell you how many. 251 yards. So I have this, of course, whole skein yet, so that just shows how far I am.
And this Lean on Me shawl was on Ravelry, right?
Yes, it's free on Ravelry. Here's the pattern.
Uh-huh. I'll
Because
link it
hers is
below.
probably all put away because she's moved on.
I put the pattern away, yeah.
And
But
it's by Stitch with Passion.
I'll put the link in the description
Yes.
box.
And it's a 4-row repeat. It's you start off making 14 rows and then you repeat for the last rows. Very simple. I really enjoy it. Here's mine. I'm almost done with the first skein. See how droopy that is?
Mm-hmm.
My goal the other night was to finish it. I was watching I think I was watching Stranger Things, and I was going to finish this, but then my eyes started getting heavy.
You
So
didn't,
I was like,
you didn't catch up on that. Where are you?
I just finished
watched
it last night.
Oh, I watched all of them. Yeah.
Did you? Yeah, I just
Yeah.
finished it last night.
Loved the show. Loved it.
Me too. And I started The Sinner.
Oh.
Yes, it was Netflix. Netflix recommended it to me because of previous shows that I've watched.
Okay, well, let me know, but I'm in Lucifer right now, and now I'm on the newest, right now, the current season. So I won't take long to catch that up at all.
Yeah,
just
no.
started.
How many seasons are in Lucifer?
This will be number 6.
6. Okay.
I love it. I love it.
I have that on my list too.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways.
Oh yeah.
I love talking Netflix shows. If anybody has any suggestions that I can add to my Netflix shows, comment them, because I'm always willing to add new things, check new things out,
Yeah, but I don't like just everything.
No, but I'll take a look and see if I'll like it and give it a chance,
Mm-hmm.
the cool things, they're the really good shows or whatever. So
Yeah.
I'll check them out.
All right.
But anyways, here's my shelf. So I got 2.5 repeats added since. So here's my stitch marker.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is really hard for me to say that they're the same but different, because it looks like they're the same.
Yes, and I think that, with the pattern and the yarn, I think that they are looking pretty, unless you put them side by side, next to each other. I don't think you could really
Well, I
tell the
added
difference
a
between them.
tassel and I added a little shell.
Yeah.
No, a bobble across that top.
Across the top, yeah.
So we'll see what Stephanie comes up with for her finish.
Yeah, nothing's coming to mind yet what I'm going to do,
Mm-hmm.
but I still got a whole skein of yarn to think about it.
Yeah, when you get to where it's widening up, it goes quicker, because there's not a lot of length, then it's going out.
Yeah.
But the
really
one side is asymmetrical, so the one side is straight and the other side is the increase. It's a very easy pattern. I recommend it. Mm-hmm.
Yes, definitely something, if you're watching one of those really good TV shows that you're trying to pay attention to, this is a good pattern. You just got to pay attention to where you're at. I put a stitch marker on the side that I'm straight, and I think you put the stitch marker on the side you're increasing.
Absolutely, because we don't want to, have a no filter fail or anything, and put.
Yeah, because I'm surprised I didn't do that.
What?
I'm surprised I haven't done that.
You know what? I'm surprised you haven't done that either.
I'm very impressed with myself right now.
Yeah, that's good. That is true. But it's because you put the stitch marker on the side. Yeah. I moved it up every 6 inches so I'd see it. Yeah.
I move it up every time.
I see you're using one of Deb Murray's.
Yes.
Yes, you are. Yeah. Does it have the letter on it? Coordinating with what you're using? Yeah, I usually use those ones she sent me with the letters on.
Yeah, I put my hand in the bag and I grab them because I can't make these decisions.
Uh-huh. All right. Okay, well, we have one last whip. I don't know whether you worked on, but I did not.
I did.
I can't believe it. It's just the way it goes. We are the same but different, and flip-flopped this week, but I still have finishes, so there.
I worked on mine, not much, so it's not too exciting, but I basically did worked on a little bit of everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There was a few nights. things have been so crazy lately. There was a few nights I sat down to crochet and I just could not, I wasn't content with what I was working on. So I kept on switching, you know what I mean? I just couldn't get, no, I want to work on this. No, I want to work on this. And
Yeah.
there was a quite more, usually happens to me occasionally, but the past couple of weeks, it's been happening to me more. I feel restless. I'm not content with what I'm doing. And I just keep moving.
That's because your life is up and down, I think.
Crazy.
Yeah, but it's settling down. School started, school ended, that, you know.
Yep.
So what are we talking about? We're talking about the study of texture, of course. We're supposed to be on what, week number 4?
Yes. Oh, well, we were on week 4 last time.
We were,
well, I was.
yes, it says shows our study of texture, week number 4 starting. And I think you might have started it, and I don't know if I did. I really don't know. I have to look in my little thing and read my notes.
I had week 4 started but not finished. I ended up finishing week 4.
Okay. Oh, wow. So I guess I'll show mine first because you're going to be farther than me. I have week 3 done. And so, and it doesn't say I even started 4.
Yeah.
So I am no farther. We are using the tweed stripes mandala. This is the rainbow colorway. I haven't, that's a full skein or the one you're using?
Full skein.
Oh, okay. This is the one I'm using. You can barely see I took anything out of it.
Oh, do you want to see the one I'm using?
Yes. Aha. Aha. See, she's way ahead of me. Darn it all. I'm
It's fine.
Oh no, it isn't, because I got to catch up, and it puts pressure, and oh my goodness.
Okay. Listen, I'm still working on my shawl. Okay, it all balances out.
See that.
I'm still working on the last make along. What are you talking about? I'm never going to be done with it.
What am I worried about? Okay, I'll show you. I showed it before, and I think I had to finish. Yeah, I did. I had to finish 3 because I didn't have this row done, right?
Okay.
And this is the square that's going round and round, and you're not turning it. So look at how wonky it's getting.
Yeah.
It is getting all weird.
Yes, I have comments about that, and I'll show you when I show mine. Tell me what you think about the yarn.
It's lightweight. It's not my cup of tea.
Yeah.
It's too colorful. It's okay for this pattern, and someone's gonna love it. That's all I gotta say.
Yes. It definitely, you cannot make 2 projects alike. I mean, look, that's the same colorway as this. Come on. The same colorway.
Right. Right. This is not, we got this yarn in a mystery bag. We did not buy this like, I want to buy this. No, we got it because we bought a mystery bag.
And for those that have followed us for a few weeks now, you know, we've already voiced our opinion probably more than once.
Yeah. And what happened was, once I saw it, I said, I'm going to challenge Stephanie to make this study of texture because I thought it was the perfect yarn for it. And I was right. It is.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. It is great. And you don't have to change colors. You just keep going till you run out of yarn. And then we're going to, I guess, keep go on another skein, and I don't know. We're on week 4, and
we run out.
8. There's only 8 weeks, right?
Yeah, and I finished week 4, so, and and I haven't finished it. So we're gonna just go until we're either out of yarn or out of videos, whatever comes first.
I don't think we're gonna be out of. Oh, you mean out of the kale? The crochet line. Oh, I got That's true. Out of videos. What the hell? I think you do.
We were not on the same page.
Never are. We never are. But anyway, that is mine. I am done with week 3. So I got to get on the stick. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, did we say it was the Study of Texture by Crochet Crowd?
Mikey, yep.
It'll be linked below. There is a tutorial for 8 weeks of videos. Ooh, look at this. Okay, so we do again more bobble rolls.
Yeah, more bobble rolls. This takes you out to the end of week 4. So I put, here's my stitch marker. So I needed to finish week 4. So I think it was 2 rows.
Now it's that ugly colors coming.
Yeah, tell me about it. And it's got a long ways to go yet. So let me tell you what I think about this yarn. I like the yarn itself. It's very lightweight. It's not the softest I've felt, but it's workable. You know, I mean, I don't hate it. I felt crap, like it's not crappy, but like I felt worse. You know, I've hated yarn. Right. This I would work with, and you know, but the colors, yeah, I can't stand. I can't stand the colors. Like, I mean, so what it is 2 colors wrapped together.
Right. And so, yeah, so it's giving him that marled effect.
Yes. So here's one strand. Yeah, okay. It's got this green and yellow. One strand will change colors, and a little bit later, the other strand. It's driving me bonkers.
and the pattern itself, look at that. That to me is acting like I don't have attention. And it's because when you do a granny square, you either loosen up, like if you're doing a 4-row repeat, you're going to loosen up and do a chain somewhere so that it lays flat the next time. Yeah. Or you're going to turn it around and go the other way. This doesn't do that.
So yeah, I was with this pattern, I felt like my square is getting a little wonky, like I had too many stitches in my corners. But it's not, it's the pattern, but it's getting better, I will say. Like it's kind of evening out more. So like, but you can see it, like it feels like it's too big at the corners, but it was worse. If you know what I mean? Like it was worse than what it is now. It feels like it's getting better. Okay. And I think part of it too is the yarn, because like if I pull it in the middle, I think part of it's the yarn. It's really like loose. And I think it's the yarn.
Well, aren't you glad we dropped down to an H?
I feel like if we went with the recommended hook size, I think it would be really, I would probably hate working on it at this point.
Right.
But
you know, I did not finish 3. I am not done with the last row on 3. I only have 2 sides of it done.
That's okay.
We got plenty of time. I just realized I still have 2 sides of that last row. Okay, well.
It's fine.
I haven't picked it up since 20 days ago when I set it back in the thing. And
because I think you say you worked on it right before. Was this the one you worked on right before we started recording last time? Or was it something else?
The blue one.
Oh, I knew there was one of them.
Yeah. I said I worked on it tonight.
Yeah.
And I did work on something tonight. Oh, man, I was flying. I was flying. Yeah. Yeah.
You going to show us it? Or is that for a different one?
No, it's for you. It's not for you, but, you know.
Well, so do you remember long time ago, the crochet along or make along we had, the baby make along, baby along?
Oh, yeah, like way long time. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I made another step since then.
Still working on it. So I think for the past 2 episodes that you and I've done, I said, oh, the next time I'll have my lovey done. Still not done. Here's the parts that I've shown before. So if you're just new to the channel and you're just watching us for the first time, refer back to about 3 or 4 episodes of No Filter and you'll see all the parts out the bag. I'm not digging them out.
Oh, dear.
I'll show you the pattern now. Hold on. I wasn't ready for that part.
So yeah, we had a make along called the Cuddle Along, and it ran from April, May, June, and July. And
Yeah, thanks for pointing that
Stephanie
out.
hasn't made like any parts. Well, wait, do you have a hat done?
I do have a hat done.
Okay.
I have the hat done.
It's
For those that are
adorable.
new, here's
I
the
love
hat.
that. That's cute.
And thanks to my friend over there in New York, I have booties to go with it.
Little gray ones with halo. Well, that's right. I sent you shoes too.
But yeah, there's the hat. I think the hat's stinking cute.
It is. It is.
I can't find the pattern to the lobby. It usually sits right here. I don't know. It kind of jumped off my cart. I don't know what happened.
Well, it'll be linked
It'll be
below.
linked. It'll be linked.
Yes.
If you want to see what the finished picture is supposed to look like, refer back to the last every single episode for the past since the beginning. You'll see it.
Oh my gosh.
But I did make progress on it.
All
That's
right.
the lobby part. So I actually have, I think, 6 more rows of this part to do. I'm so
Okay.
close.
Oh yeah.
So close. And then I got to do a border on it. And then I just got to attach everything.
You
I'm
know,
not going to say it. I'm not going to say it because I said it for the past 2 episodes that it's going to be done. I'm not going to say it. This is what I have so far. Tune in next time to see what I have next.
oh dear. Okay. Like I
No
said,
progress on the blanket.
there's no pressure here. There's nothing. It's just our what is this, journey or something together? I don't know.
We had a good terminology and I can't think of it right now. Adventure.
Okay. All right.
But this is the blanket that I've shown every single episode too.
Yeah.
I didn't work on it at all because I'm so close to the lovey being done. I'd rather pull it out than this at this point.
Well, I was thinking about something, and I really want to challenge you to this. Okay, I want you to take a bag and I want you to stuff all of those pieces of that damn thing in the bag and put it away till next year. Just give it up. Just say, we're going to have this Cuddle Along next year. I'm going to yank it out then and work on it.
Well, I could do that, but I'm so close to the lovey being done.
Oh, well, all right then. Geez, I tried.
At least the lovey. I'll at least finish the love. I hope to finish the lovey. I don't know, but I could take it off my plate because I have a lot going on.
Right, and we are okay with it because we understand we're crocheters. We get it.
I'll think about it.
But anyway, what are we doing now? Are you got any more of those pieces to show us? No sweaters. Okay. All right.
You kid? I can't finish. You think I have time to start something new and I can't finish what I got done?
That was not supposed to upset you.
That's okay.
Right.
But I did have one finished product object tonight. So I mean, I haven't had that in how long?
I don't know.
I make great strides.
She's on a roll. She's on a roll, girls. So let's slide right into the holiday along.
Yes.
That is
nothing to show for
our,
it.
what do we call this? Our fall holiday along.
Yes, I'm drawing a complete blank right now. If you can give me a second to pull myself together.
Like we have been doing in the past, we are similarly running it the same way. First of all, it is for 3 months and 3 finished objects. What I'm doing is I'm doing objects for the next holiday first and then kind of, but you can jump around. You can do any holiday you want.
Yep.
As long as
4th of
you
July, Valentine's Day.
3 finishes so that in November, when we do the final draws, we draw from finished projects and there'll be 3 that have to be done. But in the meantime, if you want to just put photos of your progress of something, you will get entered into the progress drawings, which one is going to be tonight. Yes. So what else? What other rules do we have for the holiday along?
U.S. residents only.
For
You can enter
prizes.
on both Facebook pages. You can enter on hers. You can enter on mine because we have 2 separate prizes. So like our prizes are different. So it increases your chances of possibly winning from one or the other. But if you
Right.
don't like what I have or you don't like what she has, you can enter on the other one.
Right. So the Facebook groups are linked below, and they are the groups that go along with our channels. So that is where we choose to have our make along post and where we draw the winners from.
Yes.
We have a different progress type. What do I call it? What do I normally call it?
Progressive.
Progressive. We normally have a progressive way of doing our drawings. But this time, we're going to let the winners choose out of the prizes. I like it.
Me too.
I think it's gonna. Is that phone gonna fall again?
I hope not.
Don't scare me like that.
I'm trying not to. Try to be very careful.
Okay, so have you worked on any holiday item?
No.
No.
I have a plan.
You do?
I haven't executed it yet. I've done thinking. Phase 1 is complete.
Okay.
I have nothing to show though. I have no pattern, no.
Oh, I get it. So you have progress. It's just all in your head.
I
Okay.
know what I want to do.
All
That's
right.
it.
Okay. All right. So that means I got to show something.
Yes, it's all you. You're the star right
Dang,
now.
lucky I have something to show.
Yeah, I'm very thankful for that right now.
Okay. So I had brought out some towels that my husband bought me. Do you remember that?
Yeah, the gnomes.
Yes. I made one up into a gnome.
Did you?
Yes. And I
Let's see
used
it.
purple yarn.
Ooh. Oh, I like that.
There's the gnome towel.
Oh,
He's got purple on him. And I wasn't sure about what buttons. And I'm like, I don't really know. I could have done plain, but I decided to do a jack-o'-lantern. And you know,
Good
I
idea.
don't have that many buttons.
Yeah.
So that one package I found had flat backs in it. What are you going to do with them? You can't use them. So I'm thinking of sending them off to California and letting her put them in something because they're flat backs.
Yeah.
So letting Kimmy, the crafty nomad, use them.
She'll
on
find something to use for them.
Yes. Yes. So
Very
this
crafty.
is the one
Ah,
finish
that's adorable.
for Halloween.
I love that. That would look great on my stove.
Oh, it would it?
Yeah, it would.
Yes, I love making these. I really do. I hope I don't ever run out of this stuff.
Oh yeah,
Because this one,
It's perfect.
I like it. It's perfect.
it is.
I have 2 or 3 of them. And anyway, so that wasn't all. I made another one. I had gotten a spider towel, and I had purposely bought this what do you call this? This bright orange color.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So I put a spider one. That was the
Ooh.
only one they had in that packet that had a back like a button.
That's
This
a cute
is the
button.
spider
Oh,
one.
that is.
I
Oh,
love it.
Those both would look very lovely on my stove, right next to each other. Gorgeous.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm having a ball making these.
Oh my gosh, I have
Anyway.
yet to make one of those. I want to, I just haven't done it yet.
It's very quick.
Yeah.
But the first one, it feels like, geez, this is a lot of work. And it is a lot of work, you know, but I do it in 2 pieces. It's not, I'm not giving away a pattern by saying this because it's a free tutorial. I will link it below. It is 22 rows at the top. So I'll sit and I'll do the 22 rows and then I'll put it away and come back a different day. And then I will add the ring because they're plastic rings.
Yeah.
And if you add the ring on row 23, and then you do another row 24 and what they call reinforce that so that it's sewn right onto the ring. Then you do another like 30 some rows, and I always make sure that I cover the ring before I just don't do the pattern itself. I make sure I cover the ring, because if you don't, what'll happen is it'll do that.
I'll peek out and look funny.
Yep. And then I do my halo. No, I'm only kidding. I do my little whiskers that I like, and then I make the nose, sew it on, and sew the button on.
So cute.
Yeah. So
I love it.
Those are great. I love them. Yep. I don't have anything else tonight, finish it wise. I tried. What I do have is I have a bunch of prizes here we showed last week. Stephanie has 4. I have 4. And tonight we're going to add a 5th. So what this is going to mean is we're going to each take the floor. We're going to go through all of our prizes and show you what you can choose. Then we're going to draw a winner. So Stephanie's going to draw from her page and show her prizes, and you get to choose. If your name is drawn, you get to choose one of the 5 prizes. So that's how that's going to work. And then I will do mine or whatever. But first, we're going to introduce the 5th prize. We got a new prize tonight to add.
Yes.
All right. Well, I want to see what Stephanie picked out.
Ooh, okay. I went and dug out, not dug, but I saw it. 2 skeins. Hopefully this lighting works. So this is Yarn Bee Soft and Sleek Low Pill Fiber. And hopefully you guys can see this. This is like I was thinking very fall with this. This is like a chocolate brown.
Oh, it's pretty.
Tonal with some tan and some cream and some white.
See, we're not the big bright pinks and the oranges and all that. Her and I are not. And then we're using it and we're not liking it because we're not into those colors.
Not a color person. Gray all the way.
Yeah, if you ever want, next week, I'm sorry to interrupt you. Next week when Stephanie, it's almost her birthday. It's getting here. Just gotta like buy a roll of gray and send it to her. She'll be happy as a lark. And I'm like, no, I can't do that. I've got to give her some color.
All the way. Anyway, this one here is called Neutral Stripe. And it is a 4-weight, 100% low pill acrylic, and it's 186 yards on this. Now I'm pairing it with white. And of course it's called white. But it is 232 years? 232 yards.
All right. So that's your 5th prize.
Yes, this is the 5th prize.
We didn't see yet. Okay, go ahead and show all of your prizes one at a time. And these, we're going to just do Stephanie first, nothing else.
This is another prize you could choose from. This is Ice Yarns. It is 20% Angora, 20% wool, 60% acrylic. It's an Angora print with these orange and pinks and tans.
Beautiful fall colors. Huh?
Very fall. I thought fall with this. I think all mine are pretty much fall.
Yeah, you had it on the brain last time.
Yeah. And this is Debbie Bliss.
Oh, I know, but that is just gorgeous.
Oh, I love this color. It's Rialto Luxury Sock. It is 75% wool, 25% polyamide, and 437 yards. I made a sweater, which I still have to, speaking of my sweater I made out of this yarn, I have to still go pick that up from the yarn shop. It's still there. Made a gorgeous sweater out of this. The other one is this Victoria by Bremont. Now this could be Christmas or fall because it's this dark hunter green color. And you get 2 of those. 80% alpaca, 20% suede silk. 20% silk. Beautiful. It's in another language and I get it mixed up.
Oh.
And 200 meters. 2 of those. Beautiful. And then the other one is 3 donuts of this here. They all look different, but they're the same same color with
Huh.
these like muted tans and pinks and stuff like
Interesting.
that.
Very
Yes.
interesting. So those are all 5, the choices.
Yes. And this is the Creative Melange, and it's 200 meters.
Where'd you get that from?
It was one of our orders the one time. I think I ordered
Oh.
like extra colors of, so.
Oh, okay. Because I had a couple, I put some at the top shelf and some was still in the bag they came in, believe it or not. I didn't.
Yeah.
Because we've been planning on, we'll talk about that in a minute, but
yeah,
let's go ahead and let Stephanie draw a winner.
So I had 13 entries, which is very exciting. I saw some very cute things. Hold on, I gotta put in a password.
Yeah, they were really cute things.
Yes, some really cute ideas. All right, so I got my wheel. And we're gonna go ahead and spin it. Oh.
Charlene Taylor wins. Oh boy, she gets to choose out of those 5 things that you.
Good luck choosing.
Well, that's
I don't have to do
that's why we're doing it that way.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be really fun to try and do that. And when I go over mine, you will see what I'm talking about by doing your choice.
Yes.
Because we'll see. So in the middle here, between the 2 of us, we want to encourage you to put your progress photos in if you haven't done that. If you're doing the make along and you haven't put your progress in, please do so, because we're picking random winners throughout the whole make along. It runs through November 30th,
yes.
I believe, right?
Yes. Yep.
So you have the whole 3 months to do 3 finished holiday items. And I saw pumpkins. I saw a beautiful hat that Irene did. I want to make it so bad.
So cute. I love it.
It's adorable.
I love everything. The pumpkins are cute. It's also pretty.
When you're going out Halloweening, or that's what I used to call it, Halloweening, you are freezing in New York. Freezing, yeah. I tell you, we usually have snow, or it feels like we are. So
it's very cold.
You need to put a snowsuit on your child first and then put on their Halloween costume. And that hat's perfect.
Yes.
Because you need a hat.
It's so gorgeous. Such great work. I love it.
But the pumpkins, oh my gosh, there are tons of pumpkins all over. Everybody's got them. What else
so
did we
cute.
see? Oh, little amigurumis, a little ghosty, and oh my gosh, they were great. What else? Oh, just everybody. You gotta look at the posts. You gotta.
There's some Christmas stuff in there.
Yes.
So cute.
Oh, that beautiful doily.
Oh, yeah.
See that?
That was gorgeous.
Yeah, Carolyn made that. Oh, this is what I mean. Why we enjoy doing these make-alongs with everybody.
We get inspired.
Yeah.
Which makes it
or if we don't get inspired, we stay motivated because we see what everyone else is doing. So yeah, if you haven't started yet, go in and look and see what everybody's working on. And if you are interested in any of the patterns. Now, did you see that turkey? The little turkey? That was from Bag a Day. 2 or 3 of us made it. Yeah. Beverly made 2 of, or I think she made 2. And a few others made it. Yeah.
No, that's cute.
For your holiday, for your Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah, love it.
Cute.
Love it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to draw 2, but first I'm going to show them the prizes you can choose from.
Yeah.
From my post. Oh, and we marked it so we knew where we left off. I have 19 people entered.
Ooh, yeah. Very nice.
Okay, so I'm going to start out with, these are not in any random order because, or they are in random order because you can choose whatever one you want if your name is drawn. So I have a skein of this gorgeous ivy and cranberry.
That's hard to part with. That's so pretty.
I love it, love it, love it. Did you get one of these yet?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So
I'm hoarding it.
Oh, you're hoarding it. I see. So this is
Well, you haven't seen it since.
this. I know, but then all of a sudden they stopped it, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh, finally. It is a 215 yards of a beautiful acrylic, and it is soft. It is very soft. And you find it at Michael's. It's called Craft Smart Jacquard in Ivy and Cranberry. And I added
Oh, I didn't add any stitch markers. Sorry, there'll be a stitch marker on there for the winners.
Christmas tree stitch marker on that.
Perfect.
That's the first one. The second one is 3 skeins of Boogie Nights in this gorgeous gray, silver, sparkly gray. It's
gray all the way.
Diamonds.
Ooh.
It's called Diamonds, and I think this is acrylic. Let me see if I can find where it says. I don't want to open the bag.
Yeah.
It's 100% polyester.
Okay.
3 skeins in this bag, and it is 149 yards in a skein. So that's quite a bit.
Yeah.
And then the third one is a little package. I wrapped up some red and white. This is Mimosa, and it is white and burgundy.
Ooh.
And that's wrapped up in a little Christmas bag, or it's a snowflake bag, I guess. So those were from Hobby Lobby. And
Very
then
cute.
the fourth one is a Santa and Mrs. Claus all dressed up. It's a full crocheted pattern book to make those. The only thing, it doesn't have the ribbon or the dolls.
Yeah.
And I think it says you need like a buckle for his belt, but other than that, just, I mean, all the hat and all of the things are in there. That's a pattern book. I love making them.
Those
And
are
the
so cute.
fifth item is new. Now, this is where I say it's up to the person that wins, because not everybody knits. But I thought, because I have been given some prizes to give away in some of my make-alongs, I thought this would be perfect for this, because it's going into the fall and we're wearing stuff like this, but it's also got all kinds of hats.
That's so cute.
Whimsical hats, and they're knitted, but they've got all kinds, you know, like there is some Christmas in here, but there's all kinds, like here's a strawberry hat.
Oh.
You know, and there's animal hats and it just all kinds. And I think I went through it. But here's a witch hat.
Ooh, that's cool.
So, you know, if you're interested in and you do knit, by all means, you can choose this book.
That's cool.
So I just thought it was perfect time to, because not everybody knits. So that's the fifth one. And I put everybody's name in the wheel earlier, and I have 19 in mine. So let's see if Stephanie can see who wins without my help. I think mine's set for a little bit longer than yours.
I keep forgetting to change mine.
But not too much. It's really slow. No?
No, I can't see it.
Oh, darn it. Okay. Kathy Ann is the winner. She's going to be surprised, huh?
Yes, she is.
Did you see what she made?
She had the Christmas blanket and the pillow.
And the pillow. Yes. Yes. So I'm going to write that down before I forget. You have a week to get a hold of us. If you don't mind, send us an instant message or an email. We'll have I think I have your email on there, right? Maybe not. Most of the people know how to get hold of us. So
yeah, if you don't, you can email the other person. If you can't figure out how to get a hold of me, email Christy and say, hey, how do I get a hold of Stephanie? Yeah.
But if you, I don't know if I had your email on there or not.
I don't know if I had yours either, but I don't know.
All right. So congratulations to Charlene and Kathy Ann
Yeah.
Today's show, we picked them both because we didn't do a video every 2 weeks. We moved it to like 3 weeks. It just seemed like it was a good idea to do that.
Yes.
And we probably will do that, you know, from now on. If we decide to do a video, you know, sooner, then we'll just come on and we'll pop on, and that's the way we roll. But
we fly by the seat of our pants, so.
All right, so I guess next time we will add another prize. So every time there'll be a new prize in the group, that'll be something you haven't seen before, and it'll be a new choice. But what else have we got to talk about?
I have something else.
You do?
I do.
I had a feeling you did.
I have this bug, okay? I got this new bug. So I showed on our last episode, I started a knitted hat.
Uh-huh.
And it's not at the top of my priority list, but I've been itching to work on this hat. Look how far I've gotten.
Oh, wow.
I'm almost done with the brim.
Well, it's all in, you know, how wide you want it. If you want it 1.5 inch or 2 inch, it's all up to you. You can start the pattern whenever you want.
Yeah, well, I have 90 stitches on here. Is that a kid's hat?
Well, it depends on what you're using. Are you using a 3 light, a 4? What size?
Oh, I guess I could share that. I'm using 4. It's mandala ombre.
Okay. What size are your needles?
Tell you here in a second. US 8.
Okay.
5 millimeter.
Okay, so it's probably going to fit you because it's probably going to stretch enough to fit you. Because
it's going to fit an adult.
It's a 4 medium, and you have US 8s, and that is a good formula. However, with 90 stitches, you might find it too big for you. I don't want to scare you, but you might.
I think I was going for a kid's size, but I was just kind of going because I was trying to make it for my child.
But it's all on the needles, and it's tightened down on the needles.
Right.
So when you go to stretch it, you'll see. Once you get about, I mean, you could have done a swatch. I know you don't want to hear that word, but
enough of that bad language on this show.
Okay, I'm so sorry. But once you get about halfway, it'll move it up, and you can see that it's gonna be way bigger than you think.
Yeah. And I don't know where I can't remember where I got the idea of putting 90 stitches on there.
Well,
but
Ross has like 80, I think, for his.
Really? I don't think I was looking at his. I would think I was going with the intention to give this to my child, but I guess I could just give it to my husband.
Hey, you don't mind the color, do you?
I mean, he's been complaining for years now. He wants a hat from me. Well, here's your hat. You didn't say what color you wanted. Got pink, purple.
Oh my goodness.
Got a little bit of orange in there.
Oh,
and
you're
some
so
green
mean.
to man it up.
You're so mean. I'm telling you.
He's not even home. He can't even defend himself.
I know. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I do have something else I brought out. I didn't do a lot of work on it though.
Yeah. What is it?
Well, you know what it is.
Is it a green hat?
No, it's not a green hat. It's, what do I got in here? I must have something else in here. A pen? No.
No.
Oh, I got a J hook. J hook. So this was my Calico Kitty.
Oh.
Calico Kitty. And it's
I know what you're working on now.
To the Max Yarn Co. Calico Cat. That's what it is. And it is Stephanie's pattern. And of course, I'm bringing it on because why not? It's fall and the colors are perfect.
I love those colors.
And when I was putting it in and out of the bag a couple times, I thought, you know what this needs? It needs one of those clips. So
Oh,
these
yeah.
clips are a lifesaver. You can
Yes.
buy these. Little tip here. You can buy these at the dollar store. That's
Mhm.
in the hair, right?
Yep.
Just take and clip the ends of your hank, whatever, the cake, and then they don't get tangled in the rest of it. What
Yeah.
a lifesaver that is.
Yeah.
So, and I might even put some of those in my next progressive box that I'm making. Some of those.
That's a good
What do you
idea.
think? That's a great
That's a good idea.
All right, so I haven't done much.
Oh, look how pretty that is, though.
It is gorgeous. I can't wait to finish it, really, truly. So this beautiful pattern was made originally out of the Toad Hollow mini skeins. And
Yeah.
Helen and Mary Beth found out and they purchased a pattern from Stephanie and they, oh my gosh,
I was fangirling.
I can't wait. And did they mention it at all? I watch almost every episode, so I haven't
seen them mention it.
They've been so busy. They're going to every weekend. They're going somewhere.
Yeah, I did notice that. They said they put it in their newsletter, but I didn't get it. I wasn't signed up for their newsletter, but I still have yet to get any newsletters, so I don't know how often they come out. So if anybody knows or has seen their newsletter,
I didn't even realize they had one. I'm so I mean, I watched their stuff, but I didn't realize they had a
Me neither. And I didn't have
and you know what, really, I got really screwed up with my aunt here. I didn't realize I had like 2 days to click on the invoice that they send, and I didn't click on it fast enough, and it expired. They only send my invoice for the club to me, and then I'm supposed to click on it, and they don't wait real long. So I missed it, and I was like, oh shoot, because you know what it would have been? It was been October. Yeah. And so I missed October. Oh,
that stinks.
I could just kick myself, you know. But
maybe next time. It is what it is.
I know, because they had a couple. Well, everybody's putting out Halloween colors, right?
Yeah, I love Halloween colors.
So
Halloween's my daughter's favorite holiday.
It is kind of fun. I like any holiday. I like the preparation for. Yeah. So that's why I make the towels. I have my first craft fair coming up October 2nd. So I will have those ready for that. No, you don't get one.
That's not fair. It looked amazing on my stove.
If you want one, I will send it to you.
I know you will.
Your bag is being slowly built up here, and I'm going to send it out here soon. If you really want one, I will send it to you.
No, take it to your craft show. It's fine.
Let me know in the comments, do you think that I should send one of the gnome towels to Stephanie, or should I just keep them for myself and sell them at the craft fair and then don't just tease her? Yeah, I know.
You know what you could do? You know what you can do is you could take them to the craft show, and then, I mean, whatever you don't sell, just, you know, put it in a bag with my name on it.
Okay. Well, I hate to tell you, but the one that I'm going to this weekend, this October 2nd, I have never come home with any towels. They've also, I just don't know what it is, that place. It must be the timing of the year or something. I don't know.
So the hopes of me getting one are very slim.
Yeah.
Keep open.
I just will have to keep one here, I guess.
Leave one behind by accident.
Yeah.
That happens. I hate that when that happens.
Mm-hmm. Well, do you got anything else to add to this video?
No, I think that's it.
Yeah, I know. I've been looking at that green hanked yarn for a couple weeks now. I on purpose set it where I trip over it. I know you're
What
trying to
green?
remember which one. Well, do you remember when you suggested that we go on a website and we buy for each other?
Oh yeah, that was a lot of fun.
You remember that?
Oh,
I liked that. That was fun. But I got like a lot of green.
yes, you did.
You,
That was
do
an
you
accident.
recall that? Okay, well,
Pure accident.
so one of my green items was this beautiful green. Now
Oh,
you
yeah.
remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So there's two of them, and I want to make a baby sweater out of this. I really do. This is Knit Picks Comfy Color Mist worsted weight,
Ooh.
and it is,
I remember that. I think you sent me like a peachy color.
I think so. It's 4 medium Pima cotton and acrylic, so it's perfect for anything. It's not got wool in it.
It's pretty.
So I want to make
Why
it.
don't you? I have some homework for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. See, I told you I was full of surprises. Usually, you're the one surprising me.
Uh-huh.
How about for the next episode, you pick out a yarn from one of our orders that we've done, and if you need to let me know if it's something that I have, just send me a message. And pick out another shawl pattern. Let's get a new one started for the next. Do you want to start a new one for the next episode? Or like show the pattern in a yarn, not necessarily start it, but show a pattern in a yarn.
Oh, okay. I know it was my turn to pick. So, but I do have an order to work on, believe it or not. And I didn't do a lot of it, but it is an Outlander pattern. So I have something.
Oh, that's great. Yes.
I have to work on. But that doesn't mean that I know we have things we're working on. But I just thought I would show you that this has been haunting me. I'm like, I really want to make a sweater with this. But those other
staring at you
colors that had all those colors in it, remember those?
The 6 different colors.
There was some ice like that was all blended, and there was some, I don't know, there was a lot of donuts that was really pretty. Yeah, we've gotten quite a few packages over the past few months. Yeah, if you want to pick out, a yarn and a pattern, we can start, share that, and well, I'll think about it, see what happens. Yeah, I will think about that. Yeah, because it'll probably be, that's true, it'll be 2 or 3 weeks from now, and then it'll be time. Okay, yeah, I can definitely, unless anyone wants to help us pick something out. You mean unless anybody wants to help you? I don't have to do nothing. I just gotta do what you tell me to do. Oh, that's true. That's true. I get to call the shots. Yes, you do. On this time, you do. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess I think we're done. I think we have to say goodbye now. I know. We don't get to talk like we used to. I think it's time for retail therapy for next show, though. I think so too. You better. It must be done. We've done our time on holding back. That's it. It's got to be done. Yeah, some new place we haven't shopped at before, or something like that. Or some place with a good sale. We'll see what we're feeling. Because there's been a couple times we'll get on. Let's get on this website, and then we'll look. Nah. We get a cart going. Find another website. Let's look at here. Get a cart going. Nah. I think one time we were on 4 different websites. Yeah. Before we found one. Yeah, that I recall. Yeah. Yeah. And in fact, I ordered from Bag O' Day. Oh, yes. I saw that. That was really cool. Yeah. That yarn was so pretty. The yarn is on the shelf behind me. Yeah. Is the one that's going into the progressive box for the 2-year anniversary. Imagine. That's awesome. It's going to be 2 years. I'm hoping to score some of that. Maybe. that computer picks it. It's random. So I know. I'm not sure if it likes my name.
It's like, nope.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I got plenty of yarn.
All right. Well, I'm going to go and I'm going to have to upload the video and all that stuff and send it to Stephanie. So look for, what do you think? Thursday? Oh, today's Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to try and put it up Thursday, but I'm not going to promise anything here. So I will announce it. I think I'll announce it tomorrow, or I don't know. I don't know how that's going to work. If I can get it up, I'll get it up there. And I will put the little boxy thing up that says premiere at 6:30 or 7 or whatever. 7 probably. Yeah. And we'll go talk in the chat. Maybe you won't, but I will.
Yeah, we'll see how things are going.
All righty.
I always try to show up though. But by the time they're seeing us say this, the show's over.
I didn't even think of that, but you did. You did.
They don't care now.
Yeah, we're definitely wound a little bit different.
Past our bedtime.
That's right, it is. We got to go to work tomorrow.
Oh.
All right. All right, well, take care, everybody.
Bye.
To you.
Have a good night.
Good night. Bye, Steph.
Bye.